Healing, and today we have our 45 minutes of our yoga flow and mobility with our 15-minute Reiki infused sound healing. And as I mentioned, we are entering a new block of themes. So the theme for the next 10 classes is going to be a concept called emotional vibrational frequencies, which I think you are probably familiar. You can look it up, and essentially there is a reverse cone or like reverse pyramid of quote unquote low vibrational feelings like anger, grief, shame, and that's kind of the downward spiral of the frequencies that are actually measured associated with the words and the emotions. And then working up the spiral is we're going to focus on the upper half of that cone. And so today's theme, the intention is going to be expanded. And that's the overall concept of how are we expanding into higher frequency emotions. And so to set the framework for the next 10 classes, just thinking about what ways can we expand through our thought choices, through our emotions, and we'll kind of enter this next, we're going to ascend them every single class. So that's the intention today, and you can share your intention as well.
I'm going to stick with expansion.
Perfect.
Because I think the low vibrations can sometimes come in no matter what. But to stay expanded reminds you to stay in your realm. Yeah.
I love that. And my last comment on that, a phrase I heard that was really impactful was, you're not responsible for your first thought, but you are responsible for your second thought and your first action.
Yes.
So knowing those are going to come in and be like, I'm not going to shift it. So we shall expand, and we'll start flat on our back here. Lovely, relaxing, and we're going to do total body today. We're going to hit everything nice and equally. So let's begin actually with our palms facing up towards the ceiling, a little bit different today. Beginning with a big expansive breath, breathe your belly up to the top. Hold for 3, 2, 1, slowly let go. Another deep expansive breath in, filling your lungs. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. One more big breath in, fill that belly. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1, and let go. Beginning with our slow windshield wipers, side to side, letting our knees fall off to the side. Today's practice is going to be a little extra slow, a little extra gentle, so we can really tap into each feeling of the body. Simply noticing. We'll get last windshield wiper, taking your left ankle outside of your right knee. Exhale, pull your right knee to the floor and hold for 30 seconds. And I recommend our palms facing up for today. With our theme of expansion, when we open our palms, that signals receiving. And when we place our palms down to the ground, that signals grounding energy. So just that little nuance there to expand and open up to receiving. And slowly release that side, switching to the other leg. Right ankle crosses over the left. Exhale, pull the left knee to the floor and hold. Just noticing your belly as it rises and falls. Seeing if you can fill your breath fully with each breath that we take today. Releasing that side, coming to the center. Lifting our right leg up to the ceiling. Grabbing for your right calf. In a couple pulls of our hamstring, exhale, pull the shin towards you. Inhale, gently ease off the stretch. Exhale, pull the shin towards you. Inhale, ease off the stretch. Last one, exhale, pull the shin towards you and hold for about 15 seconds. Keeping your tailbone glued to the ground, finding that length through your spine, length through your tailbone. Bending your right knee in towards your glute. Same 3 motions here with pulling the knee in on the exhale. Here we go. Exhale, pull the knee to the center of your chest. Inhale, gently ease off the stretch. Exhale, pull the right knee to the center. Inhale, release. Last one, exhale, pull the knee to the center, 20-second hold. Again, keeping that tailbone glued to the ground here. Crossing the right ankle over the left thigh. Same motion with those 3 pulls in and out, syncing with the breath. Lift the left foot off the ground, figure 4. Right elbow into the right knee. First one, exhale, pull the shin towards you. Inhale, ease off the stretch. 2 more, exhale, pull. Inhale, release. Last one, exhale, pull towards you and hold for 20 seconds at the bottom. Focus on those full belly breaths in and full belly breaths out. One last breath here. Letting go and extending the left knee. Pull the right leg across the body, supine twist. And this one will be our static hold here. Looking over that right shoulder. Allowing yourself to melt and soften into the ground. With each exhale, can you expand your body longer, reaching your middle finger towards that opposite wall as you contrast with pulling that right knee deeper towards the ground. One more breath here. Releasing that side, coming back to the center, and repeating those all on the left side. Making sure to center our bodies and begin with that right or left hamstring straight up towards the sky. Grab for the left calf and 3 repetitions. Exhale, pull the shin towards you. Inhale, release. Exhale, pull the shin towards you. Inhale, release. Last one, exhale, pull and 20-second hold. Making sure to keep that tailbone glued to the floor. Seeing if you can pull that shin 1 inch closer. Last breath. Bending that knee, bringing your heel to your glute. 3 repetitions of our knee hug. Full exhale, here we go. Pull that knee to the center of your chest. Inhale, release. Syncing with the breath. Exhale, pull a little bit closer. Inhale, let go. Last one, exhale, 20-second hold. Trying to find that length through the crown of your head, all the way down to that tailbone. 1 more breath. And crossing that left ankle over the right thigh, supine figure 4. Lifting the right foot off the ground. 3 more repetitions here. Left elbow into the left knee. Exhale, pull the shin towards your chest. Inhale, ease off the stretch. Exhale, pull that shin towards you. Inhale, gently release. Last one, exhale and hold. 20 seconds here. Just noticing. Can you send your breath to that hip? Noticing the more intentional we are with where we send that breath, the more we can relax through the body. Extend the right leg straight. Supine twist, pull the left leg across the body. Flipping over that left shoulder. 30 seconds to hold. And again, seeing where we can expand through the body, reach your fingertips 1 centimeter further away. Draw that left knee 1 centimeter closer to the floor. And notice how even just that small adjustment goes a long way. One more breath, finding that peace in your body. Slowly unraveling, just enjoying these gentle stretches. 2 more on our back here. We'll get our traditional happy baby. For this variation, really trying to keep your tailbone glued to the ground, knees 90 degrees, and just a static hold here. So sometimes we rock back and forth, but see if you can find stillness and feel where every point on the back side of your body, from your head down your spine, down your tailbone, connects with the ground. And feel as your belly rises and falls as you try to hug those knees a bit closer to the floor. Last breath. Final one on our back, grabbing for the inside edges of the feet, supine straddle, so just sending those legs to the side. Might feel a little hip crack, and with this one you can rock side to side if you would like, stretching out those adductors, inner thighs. Bringing your knees together into a small ball, bringing your knees to your forehead, and taking 5 or 6 rocks up and down the spine. Just noticing we're already feeling calmer and more grounded. Last rock here, landing with our legs straight in front of us in our seated forward fold. Inhaling to reach up, and then exhale, melt forward. Beautiful work with the breath. For this one, you can grab the undersides of your feet. 30 seconds here. And if it feels supportive for you, sometimes I like to squeeze the arches of my feet with my middle fingers, just decompressing those arches that carry us throughout our day, just noticing any tender areas. Imagine sending out any energy we wish to release through the bottoms of those feet. Today is all about expanding into a higher frequency, which letting go of what does not serve us is a part of. Get last breath in this forward fold. And then sliding up to the top, bringing our toes into our butterfly. Another 30 seconds here. Elbows press into the knees. With a tall spine, exhale, melt over those toes, pulling that crown of the head towards the top of the room. And with each exhale, can you gently try to press those elbows into the knees? And what I encourage you to do is to soften through the hips. And just allow them to relax a bit more, 15 more seconds. Full belly breaths here. Last one. back to the center. One final one here in our seated straddle. Getting into 30 seconds of our pancake. Reaching forwards and simply melting and surrendering forwards. Feeling that belly up. Really focused on those full exhales. Just noticing if you are shortening the breath. Seeing if you can breathe in for 1 extra second. And breathe out for 1 extra second. The length of our breath, soothing that nervous system. Eliminating those shallow breaths. Last breath here. Coming back up to the center. This time, crisscrossing our legs. We'll get into a little bit of shoulders and neck. With a soft gaze, beginning with our shoulder rolls, rolling up, back, down, and forwards. And imagine rolling off your shoulders anything you're carrying that you're going to release, and imagine it just rolling off of your back. One more circle backwards. Interlacing your hands behind your head, rounding forward into a seated cat-cow. 30-second hold at the bottom here. Bringing that chin down to your chest, just about 10% effort with those hands behind your head. And another invitation, if it feels good for you, you can take your thumbs and press them down the back of your neck, essentially sliding down the muscle that connects the back of your neck into your traps. And what that does is it relaxes the vagus nerve, which simply helps to relax our nervous system. Otherwise, just the standard stretch will work great. In about 10 more seconds here. And I like to press the back of those thumbs, sliding it down that muscle that connects from the base of the skull. Remembering to breathe deeply into the upper back. Last breath. Coming back to neutral, placing our fingertips behind us, getting a shoulder stretch, scoot your seat forward, and then exhale, lower 90 degrees with the elbows, 30-second hold, stretching out the front of our shoulders, using your core to hold yourself up. Breathe into your chest. About 10 more seconds to hold. With each exhale, can you sink those elbows back? Last breath. Using your core to help you sit back up to the top. One more round of our seated stretches, this time with our single side variation. Left leg straight, right leg bent into 90 degrees. You got it. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, melt forward. 30 seconds, right side of that lower back. Seeing if you can breathe 1 second longer or 1 inch fuller than usual. And just notice how that intentional breathing pattern makes you feel. Remaining curious, remaining neutral to any sensations that may come up. And get one last breath here. Gently rolling up to the top. We'll stay on this leg into our side straddle. And then reaching over the left leg. Today we'll do a little bit of a forward fold, so slightly forward angle. Sometimes we go sideways. You'll also feel a little different sensation through that lower side of the right back. And remembering to breathe, especially through these more challenging angles. Always returning back to that breath. Another moment to choose. Feeling that right lat expanding as you breathe into that right side. Send your breath to the whole right side of your torso. 10 more seconds here. Sliding back up to the top. Final one on this side. Place your right hand behind you. Sweep your hip up to the top. Full extension. Now stretching your left arm to the back wall. Reach your left toes as far forward as you can and left hip as high as we can. 10 more seconds. Can you breathe into the left side of your rib cage? One more breath. And slowly lowering back to your seat. Simply switching sides for those 3 intentional stretches. Right leg forward, left leg bent. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, melt forward. You guys are doing so good with the breath. Just notice how in just a few short moments you can calm both your body and your mind. Each exhale, dropping further out of your mind and deeper into your body with each breath that you take. Last breath here, full breath in. And exhale, let go. Pressing ourselves up to the top, sending the right leg out to the side. Inhale to reach up, and then today's variation with that kind of forward fold over the leg in our half straddle. A little different angle. 30 seconds here. I find this one the most challenging to stay with the breath, but keep breathing into that left side. Send the breath to the left rib cage and the left lower back. And just notice how you can control where the breath directs to. With each exhale, can you melt forward 0.5 centimeter? One last breath. Gently pressing back up to the top, sending the left arm behind. Inhale, sweep up, 30-second hold, extending the right arm towards the back wall. Reach your right toes as far forward as you can, and your right hip as tall to the ceiling as possible. Feel that length through the body, through the hip, through the right side of the ribs. Keep reaching longer. You reach 1 centimeter further, last 10 seconds. Slowly lowering down. One last time in our seated cross chin position. This time, one spinal twist each way. Rotating the hand outside of the thigh. Exhale, twist, 10-second hold. Imagine like you are wringing out that torso like a towel. Slowly unwind from that side and other side. Exhale, twist. 10-second hold. Twisting that torso, last breath. And we'll repeat. So back to the center, one more neck stretch and one more shoulder stretch. Same one with hands behind our head, 30-second variation of our seated cat-cow, 30-second hold at the bottom. And same option to either option 1, just hold here, or option 2, take your thumb and press it down that muscle that runs from the base of the skull down through the traps. And as you do so, just notice the tension that leaves the body. Big exhale as you do. Relaxing that nervous system, 10 more seconds here. Slowly coming out of that one. Final stretch in our seated position. Fingertips face the back wall. Slightly different angle. Lowering down into that same front shoulder stretch. Last 30 seconds before we transition here. Just seeing if you can exhale and melt a bit deeper using your core to support your torso. It should be an intense stretch, but no sharp pain. Adjusting to the depth that feels best for you. One last breath. Slowly coming out of that one and rolling our legs around into our cat-cow. Nice, gentle, a little bit longer stretches today to really take our time. Hands underneath the shoulders, traditional cat-cow today. Beginning with an exhale, rounding up to the top, press yourself tall. And an inhale, arch, lift your tailbone, lift your chest, drop your belly. And continue at your own pace, leading with the breath. Exhale to round, whether it is faster or slower than me. And inhaling to arch at the pace that feels good for you. Maybe closing your eyes and seeing if you can notice and drop in. How is my spine feeling? Is there any tension I can breathe further into? Knowing that the breath is a powerful tool to breathe into the body, to release any of those knots or stuckness, both physically and energetically. Good, last one here. Coming back to neutral, dropping into our traditional thread the needle, drop the right shoulder, right ear. Comes down to the ground, 30-second hold, melting into the floor. Sending your breath to the right shoulder blade as you try to rotate the left side of your chest towards the ceiling. Notice that 1 centimeter difference. One last breath here. Slowly switching through the middle. Inhale through the center. Exhale, drop the shoulder, melt into the floor. Maybe close your eyes for the first time today. Letting go of every moment before this and every moment after this. Knowing that all that exists is here and now. Rotating that right side of your chest towards the ceiling. Breathe into the left shoulder blade. Send the breath there. Last breath. Coming back through the center. Coming down to the elbows. Getting into our lower spine. Lower back, tracing our circles with our tailbone, beginning towards the right side. 30 seconds here. Tracing a circle with that tailbone. And just notice if there's any stuckness through the hips. Knowing that we can store a lot of our emotions here. So sending that breath to your lower belly. A couple more circles to the right. Pulling the abdominals in as you round and arching the muscles of the lower back as you arch. Reverse directions, now tracing that circle to the left. And typically one side might feel a little bit more restricted than the other, and just breathing into that area a bit more, trying to balance it out, finding that equilibrium. Last circle. In this exact position, slide your feet out to the side and then your knees out to the side. 30 seconds in our frog. Option to bring the toes together or the knees to 90 degrees. And you can rock forward or backwards and kind of find the perfect angle where you can balance between intensity and surrender. Noticing how those hips are feeling. Are you constricting the breath, or can you find that full breath even in the discomfort? 15 more seconds to hold. Full exhales, almost there. And last one, slide all the way forward onto your belly. Bring your legs to hip distance apart, hands in front of your chest, and then into our cobra here. 30 seconds to just decompress our lower back, or compress our lower back. If you squeeze your quads, you'll feel a little bit more pressure. Pulling the shoulder blades back, abs are drawn in slightly, and soft gaze to the top of your mat for 10 more seconds. Lowering down all the way to your belly. One scorpion on each side. Bring your right ear to the floor, right arm straight. Bend your left leg, left elbow. Kick your left leg up and over your torso. 30-second hold here. Making sure that ear rests on the ground. And once you arrive, you simply melt into the floor, expanding that belly, rolling a little further back onto that right shoulder. One more breath. Transitioning out of that side, smooth transition through the center, and simply rolling onto that other shoulder, exact same motion. Once you settle on in, can you let yourself relax? Softening your body by 10%. Opening that right knee towards the side wall. Rolling more onto that left shoulder, 10 more seconds. Rolling out of that side, bringing your hands outside of your chest, pressing up into our full upward facing dog. And tuck the toes, downward facing dog, just pedaling out those heels. Feeling where your hands and your feet connect with the ground, stretching out those calves. Letting your chest drop 1 inch closer to your thighs. And then tippy-toeing up towards your hands. Toes facing slightly in, our spinal decompression. Fingertips come underneath your toes. Tuck your chin, round your spine up to the top. 10-second hold here. Can you breathe into your upper back? Feel where your shoulder blades separate. Breathe into that space between. Letting go of your hands, staying in this forward fold position. With a flat spine, step your left foot about 8 inches forward, standing half split, small half split. With a flat spine, exhale, forward fold over that left shin. 30-second hold, hamstring stretch here. Letting that forehead melt onto that shin. Last breath. Step the left foot back and simply slide the right foot forward 8 inches, keeping the hips square. Lengthen your spine so it's straight, and then exhale, melt over the right leg. Deep stretch for that right hamstring. Notice the weight in your heel, the weight of your body, folding over that leg. Slide that right foot back so your toes are facing in towards each other, and then gently rolling up one single vertebrae at a time up to the top. Taking your time here, chin is tucked, head is going to finish last. Actively pull your fingertips towards the floor, and then beginning with an exhale, open your chest towards the ceiling, reach your fingertips back. Inhale, wrap your right arm over your left arm. Beautiful work with the breath. Soft bend in the knees. Squeeze your glutes, tuck your hips. Lower half stays still. Exhale, round forward. 3 slow standing T-spine circles, side bend to the right. Keeping your chin tucked, lift towards the ceiling. Side bend to the left. Rounding forward, breathe into that upper back. 2 more circles. Feel as your breath expands those shoulder blades. Side bend left. Rounding forward, send your breath to the shoulder blades. Last circle. Keeping that lower half still. Side bend to the left. Finish in the front position. Exhale, reach back up to the top, spread the arms wide. Inhale, left arm over the right. Inch the fingers all the way back. Rounding forward, squeeze the glutes. 3 circles to the left. Side bend to the left. Arching up, keep the glutes squeezed. Side bend to the right. Rounding forward, breathe into the space between the shoulder blades. 2 more circles. You're doing beautiful with getting every single centimeter of this circle, not skipping any parts. We'll get one final standing T-spine circle here. Shin finishes on the chest. Simply let go of the hands. Hands meet the thighs. Rolling back down 1 single vertebrae at a time, and we are almost there. Hands meet the floor, inching out into our high plank, lowering down to our push-up, to upward facing dog. Come back, tuck the toes into simply a high plank. Send the right foot through into a right leg pigeon pose. We have 3 forward folds and then a long pigeon pose on each side. So here we go. Exhale, melt over the right leg. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, reach the chest forward. Inhale, pressing up. Last one, exhale, melt forward. We're here for a full 90-second hold. I'm going to let you sit in silence, in reverence, for the next minute and 20 seconds, and I will let you know when to switch sides. One last breath on this side. Simply slide your hands back, tuck your left toe, press up through the high plank, and simply step the left foot through. Final stretch of the day. 3 forward folds. Here we go. Exhale, forward fold over that left shin. Inhale, pressing up. Exhale, forward fold over that left shin. Inhale, pressing up. Beautiful work. Final pose. Exhale, melt over that left leg. In our final 90-second hold here, starting to just breathe into that expanded version of you and what that would feel like in your body. One last big breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Whenever you feel complete, rolling flat onto your back into your Shavasana, and palms facing up to receive. Staying grounded in your breath. Just noticing how your body is feeling. Breathing in those full belly breaths. Feel that expansion that you have created from within your body, from within yourself. As we enter into this season of expansion of your next level self. Continuing to stay in your body and in your vision as we enter this next chapter of possibility. Our intention for our Reiki infused sound bath healing is going to be expanded. So as we enter these next 10 classes, just simply asking yourself, what does my next level of expansion look like for me? And with that, we will begin. want you to notice, drawing your attention, starting with the base of your spine, your roots, and imagine golden roots connecting your tailbone, your roots, golden roots drawing in through the earth. Imagine these roots as they stem deeper into the earth beneath you, connecting you with an infinite energy. Imagine as these golden roots absorb up and from the earth and into your body, nourishing you with all of the energy and the support that you need to feel this infinite supply of energy to clear you and fuel you and to guide you. So you may even feel a tingling sensation as this energy runs up your spine. Imagine this golden light infusing